There is an increasing transition of reading from print to screen. Print books and textbooks are continually being challenged by the novelty, ease, and accessibility of digital reading devices. But is reading on a digital platform the same as reading from print? Do students learn as well, retain as much information, think as deeply, and comprehend as much when reading from a digital platform? E-readers come in two main screen types: e-ink and LCD screens. E-ink is a paper-like display that has high brightness and contrast, wide viewing angles, and very low power usage. These devices tend to be grayscale with rare color models. LCD screens are flat panel displays that use light modulating properties of liquid crystals to display images, controlled by voltage strengths to polarize the light. Which screen is best for reading? Eye strain studies report that there is no noticeable difference between the two platforms anymore. Older tube-style monitors used to create eye strain, but studies now show that modern flat screens with their faster refresh rates have no difference on eye strain as compared to print formats. The result comes down to aesthetics and personal preferences. If you prefer color and versatile device that you can do way more on than just read, then an LCD reader may be for you. If you're looking for a lightweight device just to read on, e-ink device may be the way to go. Cost, power, and functionality are the biggest criteria to consider when you pick a device. Now that you've chosen a device, what is that device's influence on reading comprehension and learning? Numerous studies have been conducted looking at reading comprehension on digital platforms. A study conducted in Norway compared reading comprehension scores of grade 10 students who read printed text document compared to the same text in PDF form on computer screens. They found that students who read the printed text format scored better than students who read the digital PDF format. Another study examining media presentation and comprehension found that there was a significant difference in the rate of knowledge versus recall for students reading from computer screens versus paper. It was concluded that the characteristics of the computer screen, i.e. the refresh rate, contrast, and luminance, interfere with the cognitive processing for long-term memory. A conclusion drawn from another study suggested that the additional demands of decision-making and visual processing from hypertext structures embedded within digital textbooks increase the cognitive load and decreases reading comprehension performance. A recent study compared university students' use of textbooks with paper textbooks in a first-year psychology class and found little difference in student performance. They did find reading time was significantly higher with electronic textbooks, and that the students self-reported significantly more multitasking as compared to the cohort reading paper textbooks. As well, they found that students still preferred paper textbooks over e-textbooks, both before and after the trial. Why? Why does a format affect reading comprehension? Possible explanations. Navigation. Spatial mental representation of a physical layout of text aids in reading comprehension. The fixity of print text supports a reader's construction of a spatial map of the reading material. A digital platform does not provide a stable environment to construct this spatial map, especially when scrolling is involved. When reading on a screen, scrolling is known to hamper the process of reading by imposing spatial instability, which may negatively affect the reader's mental representation of the text and, by implication, comprehension. Paper readers have access to all text on demand, whereas digital readers are limited to one page at a time. Paper readers can easily flip and jump, whereas digital readers must scroll or flip one page at a time. Metacognition. The presupposed purpose of the medium may affect the outcome. When time is limited, both paper and digital readers can perform relatively equally. When time is not a factor, paper readers perform better. This may be because paper comes with a preconception of study, and digital reading is for skimming quickly to gather quick facts, i.e. email, Facebook, and Twitter. A more recent study suggests that information-seeking activities used with electronic formats increases reader literacy as the students need to remember what is on a previous page, make connections to new pages, and process what is seen on the computer before them. The study also suggests that as readers become more adept at reading in this format, the discrepancy found between paper and electronic reading may diminish. I think the technology of devices is ready to make the transition to e-textbooks. Eye strain studies show that there is negligible difference between the print and electronic formats. I think the delay in the success of e-textbooks lays in training. Students still need to learn how to use e-textbooks properly, but teachers also need to learn how to use the features and teach them appropriately. Textbook developers also need to learn how to use the different platforms more effectively. E-textbooks are not just electronic versions of the print format. There's so much more involved than transferring the print just to the digital format in a learning environment. And the textbooks just are not there yet. I do believe the electronic is coming, but it's not there yet.